ranked by Microsoft as one of the top 8 most valuable security researchers in the world.
The process which I have told you is not actually hacking. It's called exploitation of trust. Hacking is something I'm gonna hack you, but I'm not gonna inform you what I did behind your back. But ethically, it's something I'm gonna hack you and can tell you.
What about how my information got on this dark web?
So what happened? An attacker who actually did this, he have put it all this data for sale on the dark web.
Sometimes I probably reuse passwords. How dangerous is it?
You should use different email addresses for your different personal uses.
And what's the cost, what's the price for you if you decided to buy my data? What you can say as a recommendation to secure your data?
What is happening behind the scene? And once you understand that, probably you will try to figure it out, how you can break the systems.
What type of stolen data is most valuable to criminals apart of the money?
It's not about we will be able to stop it. Nobody can.
My guest is Dr. Sharique Raza, ranked by Microsoft as one of the top 8 most valuable security researchers in the world. He finds vulnerabilities that put millions at risk and secure banking systems worth billions. Today we're exploring the dark side of the internet that most people never see. Dr. Sharik, Microsoft named you one of the top 8 most valuable security researchers in the world. What it means?
So, thank you first of all for inviting me in your podcast.
My pleasure.
So Microsoft named me as the most valuable security researcher in the world. I was named in their top 8. It was an honor, honestly. So it was because I have identified over 42 vulnerabilities in their systems, including the most critical one like remote code executions. When I say remote code execution, it's like it allows any individual to execute commands on Microsoft servers without being authenticated, and it requires no user interactions. And this all was possible because of a program which is known as Bug Bounty. And Bug Bounty is a program which is run by major companies like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Amazon, Meta. So it allows security researchers all over the world to come and hack into their systems ethically. So when I say ethically, you have to hack responsibly and you have to report to them whatever vulnerabilities you find. Once you report their findings to them, so there is a ranking. They will award you, right? It may be financially, or it may be they will put your name on your web application as a form of gesture or a thank you, right? So apart from Microsoft, I have been a Hall of Fame in NVIDIA, United Nations.
Okay.
And many other organizations, because this was the time when I started my career into Bug Bounty, and I used to hack into many organizations just to secure my learning and learn more about how this attack systems work.
Was it difficult to ethically hack their systems?
I won't say it's difficult. It's kind of interesting. It's all about curiosity. I mean, the most interesting part of Bug Bounty is you don't have to be a graduate from any renowned college or universities. If you are curious, if you know how hacking works or how any technology works, like what are the APIs, what are the server, even anybody in the world can participate. So it was difficult and interesting at the same time, because these systems which are present on the Bug Bounty are already tested by their own security researchers, which are deployed in-house, say it for Facebook, Microsoft, any other organizations. So it's not that they have not been tested by their own security researchers. They have been tested, they have been researchers, and then these programs are into the Bug Bounty. So I would say it's a very good learning curve. There are a lot of mistakes, there are a lot of burnouts, but again, it's a good time when you do that.
How you decided to came to this journey and this direction of ethically hacking?
I mean, when I started my journey in cybersecurity, it's all I thought. What is gonna happen when you enter www.google.com? You know, what is happening behind the scene? And once you understand that, probably you will try to figure it out, how you can break the systems. Like when I was in my school time and when I was doing my academics, when Facebook recently came and many people migrated from Orkut to Facebook. Uh, these social media web applications always fascinated me because when you were using Orkut at that time, there was no privacy at all. People were using messaging systems on the messaging called Scrapbook, and any other people can read the messages on the Scrapbook itself. Then came the Facebook by staying the most their most, you could say, secure line, which says privacy matters because your messages are private. It's not like Orkut.
I got it.
Right. So I started developing interest, by reading your friends' secret messages or what are going to happen. I thought, let's make this a career and
I
go with it.
I truly believe that it was really interesting.
Yeah.
So, like when you meet someone new, do you automatically start thinking how you can hack them?
Honestly, I would say yes and no. Because whenever I meet someone, I just won't think that I'm gonna hack that person. Because when you are in this industry from such a long time, and when you have been a security researchers, your mind becomes like that. It tends to your
You
mind
got like professional deformation.
professional information. You could say your mind automatically analyzes the situation, the attack surfaces, right? Whenever I meet someone, someone of the higher management or someone and people, I try to analyze how they speak, right, about the internet. If someone say I'm reusing my password and it's a pain to change a password every 3 months, or so many technologies I'm using, it's all profiling. Sometimes if probably as an ethical hacker, I try to guide many people to use 2FA, right? Don't reuse their passwords, because it's also kind of awareness programming, right? So yes, I do, make aware to the people that don't use this kind of stuffs. But yeah, if they also ask me that if I'm gonna hack, then I can tell them how they can be. Any individual can be hacked.
Okay, let's simulate situation. If you wanted to hack me specifically, where would you start?
Okay, so if I have to hack you ethically, I'm using the word ethically.
But by the way, what's the difference between ethical and just hacking?
Hacking is something I'm gonna hack you, but I'm not gonna inform you what I did behind your back. But ethically is something I'm gonna hack you and I'm tell you that these are your loopholes. You please fix it before any bad actor does, right? I'm gonna tell you the information which I have got, what can be done with that information, and how bad it can be used, right?
Okay, let's back.
So starting from you, right? If I have to hack you, I'll not go into the deep and make things messy, right? I'm not gonna hack your mobile or your Wi-Fi or your Facebook or your Instagram. That is something messy. I'm just gonna go to the dark web, right? So if your viewers are not aware of dark web, so it's basically it's a kind of internet which most people are not aware of. It's around 97% of the total internet, and 3% is the normal surface internet which people see. So I'm just going to head to the dark web and I'll probably check all the leaks which have happened in the past. When I say leaks, there are many compromises happens in the major companies like Canva, Amazon, Facebook, or MyFitnessPal. Probably I'll just scrape all of those leaks and with your username and your passwords. Let's say if I'm able to find your username and your password, right, for some of the leaks, right? And then the next step will be I'll be doing credential stuffing attack. So credential stuffing attack is basically I found your username and password in one of the leak, but I don't know if that password is still working or not because maybe you have changed it. Credential stuffing is something like that. I'll be using your username and password, and I'll be entering in all the possible combinations in social medias or in flight booking applications, in let's say Amazon, the e-com applications, because Amazon, Flipkart's, Noon. So these applications is something people are less scared of, right? They're not going to change the passwords. The security is also very less, but I'm going to use that information. This will be my gold mine. So let's say I got into your Amazon, right? And once I log into your Amazon, I will be seeing your saved phone numbers, your saved addresses, what have you ordered. I'll just profile it, right? What is your ordering structure? What do you like? What you don't like? And what is your friend's addresses? I'm gonna save this all information. This is valuable for me. So once I have all these informations, I'm gonna go for something like which called SIM swap attack.
What is it?
So SIM swap attack is something, let's say I found your phone number, which is on Amazon e-commerce website, right? I'm going to call your mobile carrier and I'm going to pretend, we call it social engineering attack. I'm going to pretend that I'm Kirill, right? And I have to change my phone number, right? So probably, and the phone carrier, of course, will ask all the information, but I have all your information from your leaked Amazon account. Let's say your your first 6-digit card numbers, or your addresses, your first name, your last name, even your friend's name. Probably, if I'm succeeded in my social engineering attack, all your SMSs will be turned towards my phone number, right? And the next step which I will do, I'll just visit to Instagram, Facebook, your banking application. I'll just hit forgot password, and all your forgot password link will be in my phone number, right? And then I'll be able to reset, and then I'll hit your bank account, I'll hit your Instagram, and I'll lock you out of everywhere. I'll probably add a 2-factor authenticator using hardware tokens, so that that is impossible for you. Even if you want, you can also change it. And if you have any crypto account, then I'll also take over that crypto account using your phone number. It's called SIM swap attacks.
When you're talking about this, it sounds really easy.
Well, the process which I have told you is not actually hacking. It's called exploitation of trust, right? When I say exploitation of trust, if you see this in some Hollywood or Bollywood movies, they will show you this process as a kind of hacking. But what I did was not actually hacking. I just did exploitation of trust, which means you as a person are trusting these web third-party applications, and you are entering your all informations, your phone number, your addresses, even your friend's name, right? So what I'm doing, I'm just trying to see what information you enter and gather those information and use those information against you, right?
I got it.
So not actually hacking, but
okay, let's call like this. What about how my information got on this like dark web?
Okay, so interesting question, how your information got into the dark web. Let's say we are using many applications in day-to-day life, right? I'll give you a very small example. We have organization called Canva, right? Canva is a very famous tool people are using to edit PowerPoint presentations or using their resume, right? So in 2017 or 16, it suffered a major attacks. So what happened? An attacker who actually did this, he have put it all this data for sale on the dark web, right? So whenever these cyber criminals perform any attack in any organization, they cannot put this data for sale on the surface net, because obviously surface net can be traced, and that attacker or cyber criminal will be arrested by any Interpol or law enforcement agencies. But darknet, it's something called decentralized web browser, and they have onion links, so that it's difficult for any law enforcement agencies to go through who are behind the picture, who is posting this. So it's easier for them to cover their tracks.
And what's the cost, what's the price for like you if you decided to buy my data?
Okay, that depends actually. When you visit dark web, the prices varies. It starts from $5 for a set of username and passwords, and it may goes to $500.
It depends on the services.
It depends on where are you working right now. Let's say if you're working in a major organization or a banking organization, right? And your employee's credential is on sale, right? So probably, first of all, it depends on which level are you in. If you are a senior director, then your credentials would be $500 because you have more accesses than many other employees on the banking, industry. If you are just a normal employee or analyst, then your credentials would be $5. Probably many people, what they do, they just buy credentials of normal employees and they use that credential as a ladder to go up on the hierarchy system. And they enter, this is what is happening in most of the state-sponsored North Korean countries, right? They are just posing as a normal employee and they're entering into the organization and they're working, right? And then they're trying to exfiltrate data of the major organizations.
Okay, and what you can say as a recommendation to secure your data?
I would say, as an individual, if they have to secure their data, probably you should use different email addresses for your different personal uses. For example, if you're using one bank account, then only use that email address for your bank account. Don't use that email address to sign up in any other third-party services. This is what mistakes most of the people are doing, right?
Like separate.
Just separate it. We call it identity segregations. Use 7 or 8 email addresses, but you have to make sure the main banking email applications, the email, you're not touching it, right? If you're doing 2FA, don't use an SMS. Probably always suggestion to use Authenticator app, or if you're using in any crypto application, then probably use some hardware token authentication. Or even if you are saving some funds in crypto, there are 2 ways to save. One in online hot wallet, one it's cold wallet. Suggestion is to use cold wallet for safety. And so this is it to start with.
Okay. So I'll be honest, and sometimes I probably reuse passwords. How dangerous is it?
Yeah, it's actually really dangerous. You see, I won't say, we are in the digital world right now. I won't say if anybody is secure. Even my data will be on sale on dark web, and I myself don't know. So why we say always change your passwords for every 90 days or 30 days, or don't reuse it. Suppose I find your data in one of the leaks, which happened in 2016, and you used the password in canva.com. Canva is, as I told you, is a presentation maker. Nobody gives a damn about it. It's very small. But take an example. You have used that same password in your banking application. You have used that same password in your crypto wallet. You have used your same password in other major application. Then it makes the job of a cyber criminal very easy. He don't have to crack it. He's gonna use the same password. He'll do credential stuffing attack. You don't have to crack passwords anymore. And then boom, he's into your email system, right?
Okay.
So it's always a suggestion to segregate your critical applications. Like, as I said, when you're using a Gmail account, I mean, first of all, I won't suggest Gmail account. I suggest, go for Proton Mail, right? Create account in Proton Mail and segregate it with others.
It's more secure.
It's more secure, right? It's more secure. Don't just sign up in every other third-party application. Even if you're create a dummy email or use a burner email, I would say. You can go to tempmail.com. You can just get temporary email and, sign up to any web application and just play with it. Because let's say if you're using the main email address and you're signing in each and every third-party services which you come across every day, and if that third-party services gets compromised, then you are at risk, right?
Definitely.
So temp email or burner email, it won't harm you because it won't reach out to you.
Recently was hacked one of the most popular crypto exchanges like Bybit on the $1.4 billion, and you also wrote about in LinkedIn. And probably, for example, how do criminals actually cash out that amount of money?
Okay, so
I remember that some part of their money they want got back.
Yeah. So actually, this is a long story about how criminals, cash out, $1.4 billion or any amount which is stolen from crypto, because it's very hard. Actually, I would say it's more hard than hacking. I would say individual can hack it and steal cryptos, but to cash out, it involves it will take years actually. So it's full process. So once, say, if I'm an attacker and I have $1.4 billion in crypto in one of the exchanges, I'll have to make sure that there are many blockchain researchers, there are Interpol, there are chain analysis, like third-party organization who's constantly seeing or keeping a track of the crypto addresses, and they are able to see the $1.4 billion, right? What I'm going to do, first of all, I'll be using some scripts, right? And these scripts will actually, segregate the $1.4 billion to small chunks. Let's say $500 to $10,000 in many organizations, right? Once these $1.4 billion is divided in small chunks, it will be, we call it sometimes called chain hopping, which means these money will be sent to different small addresses in small chunks. And these addresses will be sent in different countries altogether. Attackers do this because many chain analysis and blockchain investigators, they'll not be able to keep track where the money actually went. And once this chain hopping is done successfully, they will sell this crypto to any legitimate user for doing P2P transactions, right? Let's say if you want to buy a crypto, but you don't know if the money is dirty or clean, but you only bought small amount, let's say $500, right? And when you send me the money, it will be clear money, but $500 which you got, it's a dirty money. Now here comes the cash out part. The interesting part is, as an attacker, I'll not select any country which with heavy banking regulations to cash out, right? Probably I'm going to select some,
Three countries.
some different countries to cash out. Let's say, I don't want to take names, but we have some countries with very weak banking regulations. And once I am inside the country, I'll probably start selling those crypto chunks in small amounts, and I'll be cashing out, all the amount. But yeah, this amount is actually really big, and someone have already predicted that it will take years for them to cash out this $1.4 billion because money laundering will be involved and it will be huge.
Sure. For what type of stolen data is most valuable to criminals apart of the money?
Apart from the money, I mean, let's say if we talk about the surface level attacks, right? Few datas are very much valuable to the cyber criminals. Of course, email and password is one, which is very much valuable. Phone number is something it's actually also very valuable to them because we are relying on second factor authentication, and many are doing SMS based authentication, right? Once any attacker receives the phone numbers, they can actually, as I discussed, they can do SIM swap attacks and they'll be receiving all the OTPs in their phone numbers. Yeah.
Okay. Do this criminal organization really operate like legitimate businesses, or how they work?
Actually, yes. I call it supply chain attack, right? Or a supply chain of criminals. So let's say if any organization is attacked or any organization is hacked, the data, it depends which organization is attacked, first of all. The data does not go for sale on the same day itself. If the attack is very critical, then the cyber criminals actually wait for some time. It comes to the news, then the data is actually put on sale on the dark web. But any small organization is tagged, then that data comes immediately on the same day itself. So when any cyber criminal, compromises any organization's network or organization's data, first of all, they sort it, right? So there are already few persons involved. It's not a job of one person. So one person is someone who hosts the web application or the hosts the marketplace. It's like eBay or Amazon for hackers, right? So he is the admin and he has some reputations. Suppose, and in that web application, in that marketplace, hackers are given reputations, right? Yeah. Some are good hackers, some are bad hackers. Good hackers in the sense, it maybe have 5-star or 4-star. And the bad hackers will have ratings like 1-star. Take an example, if any good hacker with a 5-star rating uploads some data, then it's actually easier to say that the data which you have uploaded is actually legit.
Right.
And they can buy it, because most of the transactions which are happening on the dark web is through crypto. And those attackers are not waiting for you, to send the money. First of all, they will wait it. Once you send the money, then only they will release those data. So, people like us or people like law enforcement agencies, what they do, they just see the ratings of the attackers. If the ratings are good enough, then they go and proceed with the deal. And if the ratings are bad enough, then they automatically get it because this guy is bluffing. He may not have hacked it.
You told about they use crypto to buying data, and what's the like currencies they use, like Monero or not like regular stable coins?
So generally they deal with USDT because that's the most stable coin.
USDT, they use USDT.
Yeah, DT on different Tron networks because that is a stable coin, right? And it does not change frequently until and unless it's a very secure transaction. Then but what you said is Monero, or sometimes they also use Bitcoin. But most of the attackers accept USDT.
But I think USDT can block this money because they have they like dirty.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. So these these marketplaces which host, right, the admin is very clean over there. So it will not be a direct buyer and seller connection. There will be a middleman in between, right? So this middleman makes sure the money gets transferred to the attacker's address, or you're not sending money to the main cyber criminal's addresses. You're sending money to the middleman, right? And the middleman takes care of these things.
I got it.
I'm telling you about this some good marketplaces. I mean, there are thousands of it. XSS.is, and the feds are actively every time whenever there is any marketplaces up, they're gonna block it. But the most famous one, which is on the surface web, is the dark forum. Sometimes it's active, sometimes it's not active. But on the dark web, you'll find millions of it. Right?
Okay. I want to touch AI part. You recently completed AI training. How are criminals using AI in ways most people don't realize?
So ever since the artificial intelligence came into the picture, right, cyber criminals are using their own way to attack any organizations, right? The most famous use case is creating phishing emails. Previously, it was much easier to identify a phishing email because most of the attackers are non-English speakers. They're from different countries and they cannot speak English. So it was easier to, identify a phishing email because English and grammar was not up to the point. With the age of AI, I mean, say the phishing emails are much more sophisticated. Even many famous AI can also impersonate any person. For example, if I'm a CEO of any XYZ company and I'm doing a post on the LinkedIn, what any attacker can do, they can just copy any of my posts from the LinkedIn and they can upload to Cloud or ChatGPT, and they can just instruct the AI to follow my writing style, right? And that AI will exactly write what I actually post on the LinkedIn. You could say the writing styles are different for everybody, and that writing style will be sophisticated. It will be hard to use and hard to identify by any DLP, and they'll be able to send a phishing email. So this is the first use case. The second use case is creating sophisticated malwares, right? Many attackers with the age of AI, they started development malware, and these malwares are actually able to bypass the firewalls and all the security measures which are present on the organizations. Even a small child who don't understand what is coding, he is also able to develop malware. So that is why we have more controls and more guardrails. So I would say this is more gold mine than for attackers than for a normal person who is actually defending from these attacks to be happening.
What about when both sides have AI and like opposite sides, which who will be secure? Who has the advantage?
I would say when both sides of AI, advantages will always be with the one who is attacking. The defensive side, I would say yes, to some extent. But if you'd say advantage, then of course I would be on the more attacker level part because we have more broader, exposed. When we say defending, say we could say 40% is something they can defend, but 60% is more on the attacker side because we'll be able to attack and we can also do DDoS. We can also use different scripts to continuously attack in one organization. But on the defending side, they can always rely on few tools, which makes them, pretty small.
Okay. Is it possible for hackers to steal money from my account while I'm sleeping?
Definitely, yes. So
for like one night? Is it possible?
Yeah, I mean, take an example. I mean, you're sleeping, but but the data which is already leaked on your name, it's available on dark web, and an attacker have purchased your data, and some of the data also includes tokens or your authentication tokens or your passwords, right? Which doesn't require 2FA. So possibly, attackers will be able to log into any of your legitimate organizations while you're sleeping, and then they will perform all the attacks, and probably they will change the passwords, and then you'll not be able to aware that your passwords has already been changed, and they can conduct their attack. Yeah.
Interesting. I want to quickly cover like smart home devices, for example, Alexa, or other similar type of devices. Are they always listening, or how it works?
So to answer your question, yes, they're always listening.
Always.
But they're not listening to all your conversation. They're always listening for their trigger word, right? For example, Alexa, Siri, and any other IoT devices. They're always listening for their trigger word, which is called Alexa. Once you say Alexa, then it's already triggered, and then you talk about all the conversations, and then they answer, and then Alexa processes your data and sends it to their cloud server. From the cloud server, it comes back, and then Alexa speaks according to the instructions. But what happened in 2016? Actually, one of the guy who have actually complained to the Amazon Service Center that many of the employed persons in Amazon, they were actually listening to all the conversations of the Alexa. And when they complained, they came back with the excuse that they are actually listening to all the conversations to make it better experience for the users. And those conversations also include some private talks or some personal related information, which was not good, right? So there is always a suggestion whenever you're using Alexa, then only you just turn it on. It's not recommended to make it on always, because you don't know if they are always listening and if they are sending data to their cloud server.
What about all tech companies? How much are Google, Facebook, or Apple really collecting data from devices or all services?
Well, I mean, these major companies are actually collecting data all the time. You'll be shocked to see if you open your Facebook application, and you'll find how many third-party applications which is connected to your Facebook. They'll be enormous.
What is third-party applications?
So third-party applications is which is connected to Facebook, which is actually responsible to run the ads, right? Which is how the Facebook is earning lots of money out of it. So it's always recommended to turn off these third-party applications which are actually collecting data from your device, so that the ads which are shown to you, it's not personalized. You don't experience that once you have searched something on Google, on the next time you open Facebook, you'll see that same ads, right? Even Instagram.
They linked?
Yeah, they're linked. So how? Because these are using cookies to track you, right? And they see your search words. If you search Zara shoes on your Google Chrome, and then if you open Facebook or Instagram, probably you'll start seeing the ads, because it's the cookies which is tracking you. It's your metadata. So these are collecting data. It's almost impossible to turn off your Google Maps location. They are collecting Google Maps location. And actually, there were lots of ruckus created in 2015 when there was a case against Meta that they are collecting people's data. But Meta came back saying that they're collecting people's data just to give them a better experience. When they say better experience, it means they're collecting people's data. They're just analyzing their day-to-day activities to show them personalized ads, right? And these ads contain some searches which we are doing. So,
does it possible to turn off like third-party applications?
Yes, it is possible. You can just visit to Facebook application in your Android or iOS. You can just go to the settings part, and you can turn off the third-party interactions app.
So if I wanted to completely disappear from the internet, is it even possible? And what would that process actually look like?
Okay, so Interesting question, by the way. This is my plan after 50 years. So I won't say it's completely possible to disappear from the internet. It is possible at you could say 80 to 90% you can completely disappear, but some parts of you will always be there as an archives, right? Because Google or Meta or Instagram, they sometimes keep their data on their database even after the user have deleted their account. So you can just start with your social media. That's step one. Go to all your social media and you can just delete it, your account from all your presence.
Just press the button, delete
Just press the button, delete the account. And the second step, there is a website called deleteme.com or unfindme.com. You can just go there. You'll find the list of services which you have subscribed to using your email addresses. You click one and that will automatically unsubscribe you from all the services which have been there. And then your third step would be to check all the comments which you have did from your account. You can delete your comments. You can go to the white pages. You'll find your information. There is also a tool which offers by Google. It's called content removal tool. You can just remove it. You can just go over there. You can request some of the web applications also to remove your data. Once this is done, and boom, you're vanished.
Are we inevitably heading towards a complete surveillance state?
I would say not uninhibitably. I mean, we are already in the complete surveillance state. It's been there for a while. I mean, because many few people have actually realized that they are being surveillance 24/7. It's not about we will be able to stop it. Nobody can. But what we can do, we can be responsible. We can be disciplined of what our activities is, because believe it or not, no matter what you do, you will be compromised. No matter what you do, you will be hacked. So what you do actually reflects with your personality. Whenever you meet your loved ones or your friends, always aware them of what is happening nowadays. Always tell them to have a segregation. As I say, create 10, 11 email addresses, one for each and everything. Don't use your personal email addresses for anything. You have to make this as a lifestyle, right? Because we are in the age of AI now, and AI needs data to operate. What you can do, you can be, be minimalist. Whenever even if you're using ChatGPT in your daily basis, everybody does, right? You can just go into the settings, you can just turn off improve memory for everything. Then ChatGPT actually won't store your data. It states so, but nobody knows, right? Whenever you're using any conversation, just delete it ASAP from the ChatGPT servers, right? And these things actually will train you even in this digital world about how to survive. And actually and other people will with you, they will also learn from you, and with this thing you can actually save other people also.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a really cool recommendation.
Yeah.
Thank you for conversation. It was really a pleasure to talk with you today.
All right.
Thank you.